His first title defense is a successful one as she defeats Jessica McCaskill by a unanimous decision. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. The post-fight recap starts now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Now, this was a interesting fight. Um, One that was easy to judge. Now, I feel after watching this fight, I felt what I always thought about Katie Taylor. I thought she's a beast. I think she's a beast. Um, and I always said that as fantastic as she looks, she's a very easy person to beat. And after this performance, I stick by that. But it's a very hard thing. You just need a jab. You need a jab to beat Katie Taylor. And as of right now, there's only, I don't know if the highly anticipated match of Natasha Jonas will do it, but I do think Chantel Cameron could do it with her style. Now, with the breakdown and prediction, we discussed Jessica McCaskill just wasn't going to have the feet work to pull this off. I thought everything else, I thought the jab, the power, the punch selection, I thought all that was okay. Okay enough to beat Katie. But the main thing I saw was Jessica's footwork was not up to par. So I said that was going to be her downfall against Katie Taylor, Jessica's McCaskill footwork. And watching this fight, to me, it was one of the main downfalls in Jessica McCaskill. Besides, it was I will get into her main downfall, but her footwork, I believe, allowed her to it allowed her to lunge. She couldn't get to the proper spacing to throw the proper punches at Katie, and the fact that Katie had the faster hands, had the faster feet, Katie was able. What I did like, well, I finished my thought. Katie was able to just time her. Yeah. This fight was all about Katie's excellent use of timing, timing the gap, timing Jessica's offensive flurries. What I did like in this fight was Katie's lateral movement. We actually had to see Katie use the ring quite well. Now, what I say about the lunging was Katie, she was just, Katie's in and out with her hands and feet, throwing threes, four combinations, and she's back out, exiting on angles, and Katie rarely exits on a straight line back. And Jessica, she kept coming in on a straight line with bad footwork. And when she did, she the biggest reason why Jessica lost this fight, and like I said, you can clearly see the just the levels between the two ladies. But to me, the biggest reason why Jessica lost this fight, she never fainted. She never fainted anything. Hold on. She never fainted anything. Except Katie Taylor did a phenomenal performance. You know, it's what you want from a champion. It's what you want from any fighter. Each fight shows something, a level of improvement. You know, give your team, give your investments, give your fans, give yourself something to learn from. You know, and in this fight we saw Katie actually got rocked. You know, even though the main hard shot in the left, I mean, from the left in the seventh round was an open hand, uh, don't see type punch, just slapped her. That one wobbled her, but throughout the fight, Katie was getting hit hard. Um, like in the third round, like I gave Jessica the third and seventh round, and the rest was Katie. But in the third round, Katie actually got hit, and you see her legs for a quick second straighten up, like you know, she paused for a quick second, like oh, she got rocked, and and it was like besides the open hand Danny Garcia head down swing that rocked her, that really wobbled her. There's like two other moments in that fight where she really got her legs went lump like straight on her. But she showed her championship adaptation. She rose through it. She showed that great ring usage. Circled her way to safety. Got her Barons back. Wrapped it up. Good, good. But like I said, the to me, watching this as eyeballs from the outside, it was easy. Like okay, I made my prediction. Katie's gonna win this because of her feet. Her feet are just way too better. Jessica's feet are slow and heavy, and it showed. But Team Jessica needs, if she's gonna continue boxing, she needs to work. Not, or I'm sorry, she don't need to work. She needs to improve on feints. She had the power to hurt Katie. She had the jab to set herself up. She had the body work to land successfully. But the reason why Katie was able to just control this round, Jessica never fainted. If she threw, that punch was coming. And she has ticks. She has ticks of her punches are gonna um, be thrown. She she dips down. It's a slight pause before she unleashes, and then if she's just gonna throw a right, she it's a hitch. It's a hitch in her delivery, and the fact that she's never fainting, you see that hitch, and it comes. And then when she drops the hook, she, you know, nothing was ever never faints. So Katie, once she felt the power, she's like, I don't want to get hit by that girl no more. So here comes the little the delay, then the thing, then here comes another delay in the hook. Katie was able to see that, and boom, check right hooks. Check. She timed every straight right. Soon as soon as Jessica was able to, she had dropped low, bring it, boom, timer, and go. And I'm surprised the coroner never said give faints, but maybe she did. We didn't hear the corner, and Jessica just wasn't listening. But Jessica needs to listen if there was instructions about feint, and I think that's the only reason Jessica McCaskill lost this fight. It was so easy for Katie Taylor to see her punches coming. Because if you notice, that's all Katie was really doing. She was just timing her to be first. Like boom, boom, she's first, boom, first, and she just skate off to a side, and eventually she'd throw off a little flurry, but for the most part, boom, 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 she was just first, timing her and check right hooking her all match. So with slow feet and and just telegraphing every punch, you gave Katie Taylor easy rhythm, an easy rhythm to pick up. And when someone's as skillful as Katie, you can't show your hand every round. It was nothing. There was no mystery for Katie to solve. With a fighter like Katie, with the knowledge of her corner, that's her corner's training her very well. I don't know their background of fighting, but they have her prepared. They give her adaptions for every round, and Team Jessica gave no adaptions. They gave no new wrinkles per round. It was just the same thing. I think in round 7 maybe was an adaptation that was come faster, which it helped. Katie put Katie under pressure. She was holding. She got the point deducted for holding, which I could be. I'm okay with that point, because from round 1 on, Katie. Except I don't mind people who hold as a part of defense, and then there was a part of just holding to just basically, I have no way of stopping this, and that's kind of what it looked like. Katie was actually like holding on to one hand, and Jessica was like trying to like fight, and Katie had it. So I'm okay with it. I think it'll help Katie um, mix up her holding tactics more professionally, not just so blatantly. But like I said, it was a beautiful performance by Katie, to the point where, as a champion, she picked up on the little ticks of Jessica, the dips. Like I said, when Jessica throws a straight, it's a little. She'll be like this. It's like a little. It's a little hiccup in her straight. It's like a little pause, and then when she's going for any type of hook, it's a dip. It's a hiccup dip in her delivery, and Katie, she saw it. She was able to time it every time, and with no feints, a champion is gonna pick up on your rhythm. Like I said, all Jessica punches were shown and coming. The straight, boom, it's a hiccup. The hooks, it's a hook, and no feints. Like I believe if Jessica was able to feint, and then even start double jabbing herself in, I think she would have won this fight. But you live and learn with experience. You know, see how she's 33. See if she wants to continue this. But Katie Taylor is gonna learn. I feel the next competition for Katie Taylor is gonna be dangerous, because this was her moment to lose. She's gonna learn from this and get even better. This is RRT Boxing. I'm your host, Mr.A. Katie Taylor, first title defense, a successful one, and a very good learning experience. Mr.A is out.